Good morning once again to all of you and our esteemed dignitaries. As we move forward, we begin the first technical session of the two-day technical conclave on excellence in technical training lessons from industry. The session will be on institutionalizing the centers of competence and center of excellence for technical training, a case study. This session will focus on key insights, shedding light on emerging trends, skill development, and industry expectations in technical training. We are privileged to have with us Dr. K N Subramanya, sir. Dr. K N Subramanya is currently the principal of RV College of Engineering in Bengaluru. He holds a BE in Industrial and Production Engineering, an MTech in Industrial Management, an MBA specializing in HR, and a PhD in Supply Chain Management. With 31 years of experience in teaching, training, consultancy, research, and administration, his academic and research expertise spans operations management, supply chain and logistics management, e-enterprise modeling, stimulation modeling and analysis, decision sciences, and applied ergonomics. He has supervised over 100 undergraduate and postgraduate projects, published 151 papers in referred national and international journals and conferences, authored chapters in 10 books, and filed 2 inventions, one of which has been granted a patent titled Solar Biogas Hybrid Refrigeration System in the Indian Journal of Patents. He has established 28 centers of excellence or competencies at the college level, including partnerships with industry. Additionally, he has played a key role in signing MOUs with over 130 industries, higher education institutions, research organizations, and 5 international universities for joint academic and research collaborations. A warm welcome to you, sir. Now I hand over the session to you. Over to you. Sir, we shall have a session for 50 minutes and then we can go ahead with Q&A.
Hello, able to hear me? Namaskara, elrigu. Good morning to all of you. So very happy to be here this morning. I'm sure you had the inauguration and colleagues would have given you a lot of information, the purpose for which we are doing this. And this will not be one-off actually. I think we would like to do a series like this until we come to know that how the technical training and the skill development would be very much helpful to the institutions. So we have actually slated a lot of people who come here and explain to you what exactly the skill development activity they are doing. I am sure that for engineering colleges, even though we have a regular curriculum, regular labs, but we find that the time which is allotted for the skill has been very less in the institution for a long time. So that is the reason I think as per the requirements of the Government of India, NBA, NAC, or your skill development council, you can take anything. I think they are all focusing on the skill because every industry persons tell us that they are all good in something but they are not good in the skill in the execution. So that's the reason we thought that let us try to know from the industries what are the best practices which are available. Otherwise everybody keeps doing in their own way and there may not be depth in whatever we do in the colleges. So keeping that in mind, these 2 days symposium has been organized. I am sure that people are from different colleges. I think you should be the torch bearers to see that you go back to your colleges and try to share and start doing these things. So my presentation would be, I will be giving as a case study, whereas the other company people are going to go into the depth of what they are doing in the institute, in their particular companies for the training. But I will be telling the from macro to micro level of even how to establish these centers. Starting from there, I will go what will be a role in the skill, and we have certain things. I am going to take some skill centers what we have established in RV College of Engineering and then try to explain to you how it has to be done. So it will be at the gross level. I want all of you to forget about your branches of engineering, what you are. I think have a broader picture of how these things have to be taken care. Fine. So I put as the institutionalizing. I am sure that even in your colleges, in a specified way, somebody may be doing, some faculty out of interest may be doing, but all the departments, all the students should get advantage of it. I think that is where it is missing. So that's why I am telling that as a institutionalizing. So that is my catchword there. And then there are two words here called as competence and excellence. I am sure that we have told as a skill development. But skill, according to me, is a lower frame of reference, whereas if we talk about competence, it also covers the skills. Because competence is also having the soft part into it and other parts into it apart from the pure technical skill. So we have started the centers of competences, which focuses on the technical training in particular, along with some soft skills training. Then we also have a center of excellences, which generally supposed to focus on the research based learning or the research. So, but any center of competence can also become a center of excellence after some time. So, for which the fundamental I am trying to take through the operational level, the middle level and the strategic level of instituting the center of excellence. If you see across the country, I think center of excellence is a very, very loosely used terminology. You have set up some lab, instead of calling it as a lab, you call it a center of excellence. But if you ask one subject and we are teaching in that center. So please let us not use words the way we want. Center of excellence in any college you have, somebody says there should be a lot of publications, good projects, good patents in that center, everything should have happened in that. Then only you would have achieved some excellence. Otherwise don't call it, you can just call it as a center. That's instead of calling as competence as well as excellence, you can call that as just a center. I think we will be more realistic. So keeping this in mind, if I want to institutionalize the things, so what is the necessity of doing this? I feel that you are supposed to understand the present and the future needs of the industry and the society. This is supposed to do it. You know what exactly is the need of the industry.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Hope it will work for some time at least. This is a disturbance. So, first of all, if you look into the institutional or into the branch of engineering, the industry today, is not that 30 years back I have studied, okay, that will be still hold good. There are some fundamentals which will not change. Archimedes principle will not change, Newton's law of motion will not change, but that does not mean Archimedes principle should not be used for other applications. So we are all good, we are all faculty teaching lot of knowledge for long time, but do you know what is the industry's need today? And what is the future? It's not just today alone. If you take already, you talk about Viksit Bharat, for 2047 people are planning in all the sectors of economy. So in that way, do you know what is needed? Is the first thing you should know. Then, of course, the management's commitment is very of resources. So I think let me come out a bit. Hello. Yeah. So, obviously all of us know, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಬೇಡ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. Hello. So, as all of you know that the management commitment becomes very, very important because today every equipment costs very huge. If somebody wants to set up a NVIDIA center, it needs 3 to 4 crores. Is your management is committed to do that? Is first important thing. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for us to do it. Then next one would be the developing with the management commitment. You are supposed to develop the state-of-the-art infrastructure. Today, you go to many colleges, you see still a lathe. Even a lathe is not even used in the maintenance department of a company today. Forget about the main manufacturing. Have you updated to CNC? According to me, is there any mechanical engineers here? You should start teaching directly to CNC machine in the first year itself. But every college will have one CNC machine, claiming that we have a CNC center. It will not work like that. 25 years back, I have seen in PSG Coimbatore that there are 25 CNC machines, 25 years back. They run like a company. Automatically, the skill will happen. Otherwise, if you don't have a resource, it will not happen. So the next point is obviously how well you are trained. Are you ready to take up all the new things? Is the next thing we should look into. The faculty training, the technical staff training is very, very essential. Then after this industry comes, if the first 4 doesn't work, don't go to industry at all. They will not come to you. So we feel that industry has to help, no? But industry will also set up some benchmarks. If you are good, then only they will come. People ask me why they are coming to your college, why not to mine college? I think you have to answer that question. If you don't rise to that level, they don't want to waste their energy, time and the money. So then you go to the, I feel people, they have not done anything, but they want to go to directly industry. It's not possible. The first 4 has to be met. Then only you can go to the industry collaboration. Then it will work better. Generally, when you go to collaboration even, let us say your friend is there, friend's father is there. So this person-based MOUs will not work. It will be there on paper, but the reality it will not work. So when you are making an MOU also, you can go through a person, it doesn't matter, but it should be system-based. The industry people should know, because that person gets transferred, he goes to some other job, then the MOU stops. So make a system-based MOU so that company have got a long-term standing with you. Otherwise, the connections will not work, the collaboration will not work. Then, identify the areas of expertise. What is your areas of expertise? Suppose if somebody is sitting in Bangalore, can you talk about fisheries? Can you talk about Navy? No. They have to either go to Mangalore, Mumbai, Goa, because you can get connected with the expertise. So here what is relevant to you? I set up an IoT center in Bangalore. If I go to some other X place, IoT may not be helpful. Fisheries may be helpful. Please identify that centers, which is very, very important. Apart from teaching a skill for all the students, relevance to the area, make all your centers contextual in nature. Karnataka government has recently done things for Bellary district something, Mangalore something. Please look into those road maps. It will be very much important. Then, planning and implementation. Now what happens, you have 160 credits for engineering programs for 4 years. Then whether you want to take it as a part of the regular lab, you want to separately make it as a skill lab, you want to augment it, you want to give it as a minor, you want to give it as a honors, what you want to give. Please plan this. I think at the top level, your academic senates or council should work on all those things to look into whether you want to go it as a separate path or you want to augment with the regular education or the number of credits, whatever you have. Then finally, after that, measure the impact. So, ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲೇಜಿಗೆ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತೀರಾ, ಇದೇನು ಮಾಡಿರಲ್ಲ. How they will come for placement? Tell me how your students would be placed. Then start measuring the impact. Let me tell you all these things. If you start today, if somebody wants to start from zero, it will take 5 to 10 years. Rome was not built in one day. It will not happen just like that. Whole system has to work. Namgenandre, we want to get like a 2020 cricket the solutions, which is not possible. Because there is a human intervention to all those things. Human transformation is not just like your robot or like your CNC machine. It doesn't work like that. You should get convinced internally first and then start executing it. So I thought this is a pre-context I want to set to all of you, that if somebody is looking for any training of such things, please make sure that these things you make it ready. This is a pre-planning stage. If you don't do all those things, then don't talk about the last one at all. That will take a lot of time. It needs a lot of commitment from everybody in the system. Okay? So this is the context setting. So keeping that in mind, so what is this significance of enhancing technical? Why it is needed? What is going to be helpful in that? So the first one is, it is going to reinforce the theoretical concepts. This is very important. Many people know Archimedes principle, the law of flotation, Newton's law. Can you just give some examples? See how it is applied. People will not have any idea of how to do these things. Fine, it could be Kirchhoff's law. Whatever the laws it could be. It will be theoretically may be very good, But if you ask them to apply in practice, you will not know that. So I think it's definitely going to augment the theoretical concepts through practical applications and the experimental visualization. This is very important. Today people think simulation, there's one way of visualization, but there is, if you go on to the other side, you have a lot of physical experimentation also has to be done. Fine? Then enhancement of problem solving abilities, or else the development of technicals through hands-on experience. I think my colleagues are sitting here who are the part of the skill lab. I think I wanted them to be here. Maybe during break time you can talk to them. This part they are going to tell how they were before and how they have become afterwards as a teacher. You can talk to them. So they will tell you that it's a hard exercise which has to be done. People have to commit, otherwise it will not happen. So next, going back to the hands-on experience, then obviously problem solving. Do you think I'm doing just a skill? There's no problem solving in that. There's no critical thinking in that. It is there. In fact, your whole of the research starts from skilling. I'm doing some activity. I find this is not a better way of doing it. I may have some other way of doing it. That's where your research starts. Apple falling down of Newton doesn't, his idea doesn't start with why apple is not falling, why apple is falling down. His research started why apple is not going up. That's a different way of looking at things. Why it's not going up, that's where his work started. So same thing, whatever we are doing, can you think it in a different way? That is going to become your research idea. So that is where it is also going to be definitely helpful for the critical thinking. Critical thinking is very much essential in the today's world, which generally we are missing. If we don't do critical thinking, we will be a service country. We cannot develop any products. Innovation comes through this critical thinking. So whether you do a skill, you do a research, you do academics, whatever, it doesn't matter. But critical thinking skills are very important. Then this obviously be helpful for your employability, industry readiness. Today, in fact, during our times, if you take public sectors, they used to give training for 1 year probationary officer they used to take. Today, nobody has a time. In fact, they have all indoctrination, we call it as. They preponed it, no? They are taking in the final year and giving the training. As soon as you complete, you are put to the job. Some people are put even 8 semesters only to the project. That's the way things are, because time is getting shrinked. People don't have time. Fine? Particularly in the higher technology area like IT, people don't have time because by the time you learn, the technology itself will not be there. It's called as Moore's law. Moore's law was every 18 months technology keeps changing. Moore's law is every 10 months the technology keeps changing. So in that way, if I had to shrink the time, they find that when he's doing 4 years of work or 3 years of work, he's supposed to learn all the things so that he is industry ready. That's why this skill and technical training will be very much helpful. Then finally, I will not go into that. Research skills would be the next part. Then confidence building and teamwork. This is very important. You ask any student today, since he has not visualized and done the things, he doesn't have confidence in explaining. He has to explain only what is there in the textbook, that's all, which is not sufficient. If you ask, if he has done an experimentation, ask him to explain, the way he explains would be entirely different. And he also tries to work in a team. Fine? So these are all the impacts or the significance or the importance of imparting the technical training. So keeping this in mind, I'll straight away go to what we have done, because I don't want to give any theoretical framework. I would like to do what we have been doing in the last 1 decade in the institution. We have developed 20 centers of excellence and 8 centers of competencies in the college. Majority are with the industries. So the first center, each center I can go on for one day. I think that's the kind of work people are doing. So the first center was a material fabrication and characterization, coatings and the thin films. This was precisely a World Bank project. We had got 11 crores. That was 1.5 decades back. And we have developed very high-tech characterization mechanisms. We have spent 30 crores from the college. And we have SCMs, XRDs, nano indenters to Raman spectroscopy. All these things cost. Raman spectroscopy itself is around 2.5 crores. You may always ask, sir, our college is not so rich, what should be done? I'll give one instance. There is something called the iSTEM, I-STEM, S-T-E-M. iSTEM is an agency which has been started by Government of India, and Professor Navakant Bhatt of IASC is the coordinator of that, and you can access any of the assets in the country through that. We have also put 70 equipments of our college in that website. If some researchers are there, some skilling has to be done, go there, select, it will come to us, and you can come and meet us and start doing the experimentation at a very nominal cost. It's a government cost, it's not a commercial cost. It's available already. So you need not to worry, I don't have a Raman spectrometer, what shall I do? You can come to our college, it is available. You can go to IAS, you can go to IITs, you can go to NITs. It is a Government of India project. They invest a lot of crores of money on that. In fact, if you go and just check that website, you'll come to know, you'll get thousands of equipments available across the country. In our areas only it will be there, you will not know. So today you need not to worry about the resources if you don't have. It's available, but only thing is you should be in a position to look into where it is available. Fine. So then we have a Center for Cognitive Intelligence Systems, which was by LexisNexis USA. They have already given around 2 crores worth of projects. We are it is in USA. We are a partner developing a lot of software things whatever needed for them. And a lot of our students have been placed. They have done papers through this center, and they have got jobs. They have gone to good universities. Through this center, it is in the computer science department. Similarly, IoT is very, very popular today. Internet of Things. So this center, Cisco had funded us 3 crores for the skill development alone, not for the research. We have trained more than 6,000 students in the state of Karnataka in the last 1 decade. Maybe some students from your college would also have attended. So we have this center. Why I am showing this is, people who are coming here, all these resources are available to you also. You can come and do the experimentation. You do not have to pay money also, let me tell you. You can just, because we want expand the facilities to everybody who is not having the facility. Fine. Then smart antenna systems, we have an anechoic chamber. We have spent 1.5 crores on this. We have this anechoic chamber is typically to look into your mobile standard measures of the frequency, whether it's working right or not. Then lot of projects have come through this, patents have come. Then now we are taking a bigger consultancy works also in this area. Let me tell you, in all these centers, students work, particularly this center. Students work from 3rd year to final year. It's a very, very high level intelligence students work in this. They've all gone to Purdue, Stanford's for their higher studies. This kind of a facility is not very rarely available nearby. Maybe 2 to 3 places in Bangalore it may be there, that's all. Fine. Then other one is we have quantum. Quantum is a new area today, quantum technologies, quantum computing. And this is one area which is very, very costly. And we don't have much facilities, but we are working on the software part of it. In a smaller hardware part of it, we are trying to invest and start working in this. So this is a very niche area. It may take another, because quantum people who have done, they have taken 60, 70 years for the research itself. So it's a very niche area, but it's finding its usage now. And in the future, people are, just to give an example of what a quantum computing works, just to get a vague idea, let us say if I want to charge this, okay, how much time it will take in your regular charging? 15 minutes, 20 minutes, or half an hour? It depends on the capacity or how we have used this. So it's in quantum, what happens is, you have a quantum charger, if you just keep it, within seconds it will be charged. I think that's it. That's the kind of technology it is. Just one example again, but it has got a lot of other examples. So we have that center, very good students and faculty are working in. All these centers are interdisciplinary in nature. In this center we have a physics professor and we have a computer science professor joining together and doing it. So this is another barrier we have to break. Please come out of these departments concepts. Then you can do a lot. Otherwise, it will be silos and finally nobody will achieve anything. Next you have a center on connected vehicles, autonomous vehicles like Tesla. And Wipro has given us 5 crores. We are working on the autonomous vehicle, and the autonomous car is already developed in the college. 3 cars we have developed. IAC is also a partner in this. They are doing higher level AI algorithms, and we are developing a product in the college. It is already running. Wipro has funded 5 crores for that. More than 150 students have worked in this internship and the skills, and they've all got very good jobs. So it's a continuous process. It's a continuous process, not a one-off kind of a thing. Then we have another center on safety, sustainability and smart infrastructure. It is typically for civil engineering students. We have a lot of road projects. It could be infrastructure, road, the pedestrians, whatever is there, the total civil kind of a thing is taken through that center. Government also funds for this actually. State government has given a lot of funding. In fact, through this center, they are also training all the executive engineers, assistant engineers in the state of Karnataka. We keep conducting. Government gives money for that. Fine. So that means, if you want to do all those things, how faculty should be skilled first. The baseline I've already given in the first slide. If you have not learned that, these things won't come. Fine. Then you have Women in Cloud. It's a very interesting kind of a center wherein one of our alumni who is in San Jose, and she has started an NGO called Women in Cloud. Their target is, for that NGO, companies like Microsoft, Google have funded through their CSR. And their target is, by 2030, they want to train 1 lakh women in cloud technology across the world. For that, the basic skilling, everything is done. That association gives money to us. She was our alumni anyway, and she has already given almost on $30,000 for conducting the training. It's a free training program for the people of ITAs, polytechnics, even engineering students can come. Fine. Then you have a hydrogen, which is very, very essential today's market. People work at a lot of hydrogen studies. So you're a faculty in particular department. Have you thought on these lines on what area I should work? Don't expect somebody is going to tell you. You start working, automatically things will fall in your way. Fine. So we have a hydrogen center. In fact, when we started, we were not knowing anything in this. I asked some 2 faculty, you start working, they started writing paper, getting connections. Today it has come to such a situation that one company called Dover, so they want to set up, this is a huge hydrogen company in America, they want to set up a research center in our college. 1.5 crores worth of equipments have been already purchased by them, and we are trying to give almost 3,000 square feet space in the college. And you know the kind of impact it will have, the skill, the knowledge. Very few people in the country have this as of now, except the big companies like Reliance. So because in Germany, they have a BE program in hydrogen itself. There's a BE program in hydrogen. That is the kind of thing, because it's totally the substitute to your fossil fuels which people are looking for. So it's a huge sector for a whole of the mobility area. Then we have an integrated circuits and systems, which is a semiconductor industry, as you know. And I'm sure that in Karnataka, we did not get semiconductor. It went to Gujarat and Uttar Pradesh. So very sorry about that. But there is in Bangalore, whole of the design of the semiconductor happens. For the whole world, it happens here. So we are working with global foundries, and they are helping us in the skill development programs and developing the skills for the students. Similarly, we have computer vision. This is another area. You have total cameras in Bangalore city. What we are doing with that? Nobody knows. If you go to police department, they say, sir, we have a lot of videos, sir, we don't know what to do with it. Can you make something out of that? So that it will be helpful for better decision making. So that is the total center of vision research, computer vision research. As of now, if you want to buy a camera, people don't know the specification of your cameras. We have so many cameras available. That itself is, we have a skill lab only for cameras. There are 12 to 13 experiments we do for the students. So that if we want to buy a camera, you should know for what purpose, what camera, what should be the specification. That itself is a big exercise actually. So for that, we have developed that center. Of course, supply chain and logistics we have developed through the industry department to look into whole of the materials management function, the operations function, the maintenance function, across the suppliers management, the distribution level. So for some branches of engineering, or it could be for MBA people also, that kind of a lab would be very much essential. There are a lot of simulation softwares. They can use it and visualize how the things happen. Then we have another center called Boston AI Research and Business Solutions. In this center, we are training the professionals in the area of AI and the data science. Boston Training UK has set up a intelligent processing unit worth 50 lakhs. It can process 1 petaflop per second. And we are training the professionals in this center, 20 in each batch. Those are already working in the companies. They want to upskill and go and join an AI company. That's where the training is given. This company has a lot of databases actually. A lot of data sets are given, the projects are carried out, and it can go up to the analytics level. Then we have the Sensor Technology and Applications Center of Excellence is there. I think my colleague is here only, so you can talk to him. So this center, when we started, we wanted a kits, because we have different kinds of sensors. A pressure sensor, a temperature sensor, everything is there, but something is needed in an integrated way as a kit. So I think we purchased all the things, and we have done the kits, and we have sold it to many colleges also for their labs. So that is where I think you can talk to him. Kendaganda Swami is here only. You can talk to him. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಸರ್ ನೀವು. So We are supplied to different colleges also these kinds of kits as a part of the idea lab, as a part of the sensor lab. All these things have been done through the center. Then we have an extended reality center. Recently we got a VGST 35 lakhs project. So this year we have a Unity software wherein students are trained in that. In future, even for education, we need a Unity software to develop the modules, wherever the complexities are, let us say what happens inside a nuclear reactor, what happens inside a aero engine. We can't even visualize. So these things could be developed through your AR, VR, MR, mixed reality, or the XR, extended reality. So they use a Unity software, and we are training the students related to MCA and computer related branches in those areas. And it could be done, used for anybody actually. If you want to show the depiction of how a power plant works, you can do a AR, VR of that. In companies, the training time for these things have slashed like anything because of this AR, VR. They used to spend 1 week to 10 days on the training. And let us say a paint shop, or it could be a weld shop. They have created whole other day the IG car, Indira Gandhi, this nuclear thing company had come to our college to give a demonstration of how they use these AR, VR for the maintenance of the activities in a nuclear reactor. Because those places people anyway can't go at all. So can we do, are you having a skill? Can you integrate with the students and start teaching them? Then you have a lot of things to be learned. Then we have the healthcare is another huge sector. You have all the machines which is there with us, pulse rate. In actually Apple phone only you get a lot of things. But are we really converting that to a skill and using for the purpose what we want? We may not be doing that. Healthcare means don't think it's only for the patients. Even an industrial worker will have a fatigue, will have a stress. You want to measure all those things. People used to spend a lot of time on all those things. There are a lot of devices which are coming. So it's a total integrated application center where we are, in fact, a huge project has been done for the police department, Bureau of Research, Police Research. They had funded a lot of things. We had studied the total stress levels of all the police in Bangalore actually. It was a 2 years project which we had done. So we had involved more than 50 students in that project. It's a live case study. So I request all of you to please, whatever is your area of work, there is a scope for skill, there is a scope of enhancing your work. But problem is, we have this watch 9 to 4, 9 to 5. I think you have to come out of that. If you don't come out of that, I don't think we can achieve any of these things because it needs extra. In the beginning, if you do it, afterwards you can enjoy life. I had met one German professor. He is having one CNC lathe, CNC drilling, CNC milling in his shop floor in a university. So what is his role? He develops a first new component for many companies, bearing companies, the turning companies he develops. And he makes the first component, because to make first component you need a lot of intelligence, innovation, everything is needed. He makes only first component, then it goes to the company and millions of such components are made. He earns around 5 crores on consultancy fees every year. I asked his salary, he told, no, I don't know my salary. That is the potential of a teacher if you involve. But the problem is, if you look into only the textbook, which is written 20 years back, today YouTube has better matter. ChatGPT has much better matter which is available. Why students have to sit in our classes? So please think over. This session is typically to open up your things and what all the areas you can look into it so that it will be good for you. Then we have e-mobility. As you know, I think Bangalore is a total area of EV. It's going to become EV hub also. So we have with Morris Garage, we have with Mercedes-Benz, we have with the EV Academy, which is a startup. We are working with Ampere. There are 4 to 5 companies who are there in the campus who have given a lot of resources to us. Skill developments can be done for the students. So you don't think EV means it's only electrical. In fact, recently we also started an internship for the final year students. EV with embedded technologies, EV with battery management, EV with product development for mechanical engineers, EV with AI for electrical and other computer science students. Huge things are there in all these areas. With small things you start, you work for 2-3 years, then you know where you stand. So I told you we have taken 1 decade to do all those things. It does not happen in 1 or 2 months. Which of course the dedication of the faculty members and the interest of the students. Why students are interested? Let me tell you, we are doing an autonomous vehicle. One electrical circuit in that, one student has done it. Just for small module, whatever he has done, some company came and took him and they gave 30 lakh salaries per annum. Straight. That's the way people are looking for today. You start with 10 students in our college. Don't worry about all 1,000 students. Start with 10 students. Then automatically it gets spread across them. Okay? So then we have, if somebody is working in the area of biotech, I don't think biotechnology faculty are here, but if you are there, it's a huge area. BT, Bangalore is also a BT hub. Biotechnology and bioinformatics. So we have a lot of funded projects with DBT, DST, even the foreign companies have given the funding for this department. There's a huge scope. After COVID, I think biotechnology has come to the front end. And there is, I don't think it's only biotechnology. I think that's another problem with us. There is computers in that. There are a lot of softwares in that. The kind of softwares the bioinformatics people use, I don't think any other sectors use that kind of a software. Because you are talking about millions and millions of DNA structures. So you can look into that. Then another one is nanomaterials. Of course, nano is a huge area today. In this center, actually, the skill development has not done much actually in our center. It is more on the research area which people are working. Now we want to convert that into a skill center also after some time. Then obviously, we have, I think, there's one person, my colleague, I think there are 3-4 people who are here. They're all running this center. They'll be knowing better than me. Okay, so another one is Toyota has set up a engine lab. This is a total skill development lab which we have done. We use almost for 60 hours for our students. And this center, everything has been given by Toyota only. And it is not just an engine. I'm going to show you after some time. It has got a lot of other modules also. If somebody, a mechanical engineer works in this center, I think whole 4 years of engineering can be done there. Everything is there in that. Fine? So sometimes we also call it as a center of competence also, because these centers may not focus more on the research areas. They focus more on the skill development areas. So that does not mean Center of Excellence doesn't concentrate on the skill areas. They'll concentrate on the skill as well as the research. Here is only the skill. So one such center is a Bosch Extra Automation, which we started long time back. Nobody had anything during that time. It was maybe around, Sridhar, around 20 years I start Madi. Yeah, more than 20 years back we had put 3 crores, Bosch had put 1 crore. 20 years back. It was a huge center, maybe thousands of people have been done with it. Today the technology itself doesn't exist actually. So Bosch had come and they told we want to replace all your equipments. So it's the hydraulics, the pneumatics and the mechatronics, which has electrical in it, the mechanical in it, the computers in it, instrumentation in that and electronics in that. Everything is there, every branch of it, because this is an integrated technology which goes into any of the automobile in the world. Bosch is the number 1 in the automation technologies. You talk about any kind of a product, I think Bosch product would be there in that. It's a huge center. Fine. So we have done a lot of training programs in this. I don't even remember how many we have done. That's the first center we have started a long time back. Then we have Mercedes-Benz. I think Sridhar is here. So you can ask him. We run a 1-year certification course called ADAMS, Advanced Diploma in Automotive Mechatronics. And I'm going to share some more details on this. So we do this exercise and it's a 1-year certification. Even in your college, if there is somebody who has completed BE and he is good in skilling, he can do 1-year course. The salary starts from 15 lakhs per annum for him. They don't look at marks, they look at the skill. 95, this is one of the best models I've seen in the world, Mercedes-Benz model, that 95% of your learning is only in front of the car only. Theory is very less. If somebody wants to read theory, Mercedes-Benz has a website, you can go and read whatever you want. Exams are also like that. They create a fault, you have to rectify the fault, that is your examination. I think even in our education, we should start looking into all these things. A 3 hours exam, yesterday we were discussing, why that 3 hours nobody knows. I was looking at the history also. Why 3 hours exam? The reason I gottilla ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Can it be 1 hour? Can it be 2 hours? Or can it be 1 hour continuously and give the final marks also? So this is the kind of innovation you have to look into. Otherwise what happens is we'll be lagging behind when compared with others. Then we have a robotics and automation, which is specifically a robot with a CNC machine, and it has a programming and also the execution, making a component. This is a huge skill which is needed today. I can say 99% of the engineering college people doesn't have this skill at all. Each robot itself costed 35 lakhs. With CNCs and other things, it's coming to around 1 crore. So if somebody wants to really learn, he can come to the colleges like this and he can learn. There's no need that, sir, robot illa nammali henge madodu. Anbitre ನಮ್ಮ problem solve ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. I think we have to come out of that mindset. If you come out of that mindset, there are people who can help you. So then we have other area could be the 5G in the telecommunication sector. We have got a AICT project also for 25 lakhs on 5G, and we have started looking into the skill development in the 5G area. Then we have, do you know that even in education we need a lot of things? I think there's a purpose of CEED as a part of the CESS. The CEED main job is what all the changes you want to make in education itself now. Pedagogy, the kind of tools what you have to use, how to make students understand, because today's student doesn't sit in the class at all. His retention is very, very less. It's not more than 7 to 9 minutes. ಇವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಇರೋಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಲ್ವಾ? If I ask you to sit for 6 hours, how many of you can sit here? Tell me. We can't sit. So that age is changing. These are all digital natives. ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಮೊಬೈಲಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಾವು ಹೇಳಿದ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವನಿಗೆ. That's a problem. So we also have a center for education digital learning research, wherein we also look into where AI could be applied. Today morning, IAC professor had come. So he was telling us that is a huge exercise to be done on how AI should be applied in education system. It's a huge topic altogether because Government of India has kept almost around 6,000 crores for this area. You all should be a part of all those things, sir. That is the intention. Fine? So even in education only, there are a lot of things. How will you teach in the class? Strength of mentals, how can you teach? Can I make a AR, VR of that? What can I make? That's the innovation people are looking for. You have a lot of online materials are there, but those people are not looking into the skill part of it. They're looking only into the knowledge part of it. NPTEL, Coursera, all those people are not looking into skill. So there is a chance for you people to look into the skill and develop the videos and run your own channels. You can run your own YouTube channels. I think CESS would be helpful in that if somebody wants to come as a group of people, wants to do the skill and take it to the institutions, we'll be very happy to work in that areas. We'll start from one, then we can go to the lot of other areas. Okay? Then we have EV technology, I've already told you. Morris Garage also has set up they have given a car, they have given all the setup. For the service engineers, what is happening in the EV area, there are no service engineers. Because this technology is just like that rose on. Across the world, people are struggling to get the service engineers, even in Germany and in USA. So Morris Garage wants to develop a lot of service engineers. In fact, a lot of companies we are giving training in this center. Then finally, smart Vidyut and sustainable solution. Smartness is needed everywhere. Smartness means it's not just the software part. Hardware included with the software becomes a smart. It could be your smart grid, it could be your automation in your houses. For example, let us say, in this room, so much light has been put. Do you think so much light is needed? Based on the number of people, can we change the intensity of light? That is called smartness. There is one company called Secure Meters in Rajasthan. You have energy meters in your house, no? How it is calculated? It gives the number of units, then that fellow will come and write, no, it is automated, multiply by the number of units in the different scale and he is going to tell. But that energy meter, what the secure meter develops, no, it gives the pricing itself. Why do you need energy number? You don't need, no. ನಿಮಗೆ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಮೀಟ್ರ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅನ್ನೋ ಬದಲು 1000 ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಭಯ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. You can play with the psychology also. So those energy meters give the pricing itself for your house. This they have been selling in Europe for more than 30 years. But Indiaದಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಯಾರೂ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. Rajasthan government has given a permission for them to do it. Still we have only energy meters here. It's a simple calculation ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ. See the idea. So like that, smartness could be done anywhere actually. Today, particularly with the electrical kinds of things, there are a lot of smartness which would be needed. So can you look into those things as the centers of competences we have? So first center of excellence, center of competence develop ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ವಿ. ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಸೆಂಟರ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು after using that, we started the skill labs. These skill labs are away from your regular labs. Every student spends around 60 hours in a semester to learn a specific skill. And these are all the skills, it depends on the branch of engineering. Why do you need this skill lab? I don't know. As a part of the national education policy implementation, there is something called the multiple entry, multiple exit. A student wants to leave first year, after first year he wants to leave. Okay. As of now, what is the system? If a student leaves at the third year also, what is his qualification? PUC, that's all. Even though he has studied 3 years of engineering. So then government has taken a decision that if he leaves after first year, you give him a certificate in mechanical engineering. If he leaves after second year, you give him diploma in mechanical engineering. If he leaves the third year, you leave BSc in a specific engineering. If he completes 4 years, you give BE. This is already there in the NEP 2020. But which we are not even planned for. So if he wants to get a certificate after first year, he is supposed to do 7 to 8 credits extra than your 40 credits whatever you have in the first year. Then only the certificate is given. In the second year, 80 credits regular. If he wants to leave, get a diploma, he should do another 8 credits. For this, we have set up the skill labs. This doesn't have a marks, but he will get a certificate. Some of these skill labs are a part of industry also signs that. Some of the things we sign through our college. So, based on, in the first 2 years, don't make interdisciplinary, make specific, branch specific, because you are given a certificate in mechanical engineering means you should know the mechanical skills. In the second year giving diploma, you should know mechanical. You can teach other things, but the main focus should be on the mechanical skills. So this is the first year skills lab we have done, we have been doing for quite some time. Similarly, second year. These are all the branch wise. We have already ready for multiple entry, multiple exit, but we are not still implemented. But we don't know why you have to do for all students. Because you don't know which student is going to leave at what time, no? I don't have that statistics. I think all of you are from VTU colleges, you know that we are collecting 20,000 extra also for skill lab. So what you are doing with that? I think these are the ways you are supposed to do it. Because I go to many calls, last week also I went, and I found out they are taking only 5,000 rupees. No, sir, we can't do more. You take 20,000 from a student and develop all these labs. It will be helpful to him. No, it's a cascading effect. One will affect the others. So, based on the branches, whatever I have in my college, I think we have set up all these kinds of things. Similarly, third year. Third year could be made a little bit research-based learning. That means now we can bring the interdisciplinary nature in the skill labs. A electrical, a mechanical student can do together. A computer science and an electronics student can do together. So for all these things, why I gave a beginning centers of excellence competencies, no? I make a jigsaw puzzle of all these things. Wherever the things are available, people will go and do the work there. That's why I'm making use of all these centers. Apart from the revenue generation, the certificate courses, we use all these facilities for the skill labs. Okay? So these are all the different branches of engineering. You can have a research skill also imbibed into this. Because it is known that nowadays students are not joining the post-graduation programs. Correct? But where research could be done now. So you should start inculcating IIT Madras. After BTech students can join PhD now directly. So this option is given because people are not preferring master degree programs. So if you can also try to develop a research skill in him, he can get interested and then also look into the research as a path. So final year anyway we can't do anything because they have projects, internships. So already it has been built into the system. So this is how the holistically in an institution you are supposed to develop the skill lab. Because I go to many places and check, they have only one skill lab. For everybody will be doing only that. That will not work. Every department you are supposed to build. Because he is an electrical engineer, he is a mechanical engineer, he is an electronics engineer. So skill first has to be in that. Then he can go to the next level. So that's how these skill labs have been developed. So I will not, I think I've already explained, let me go, this is the Bosch Rexroth Automation Lab. So these are all the things we have in that lab. So maybe sometimes a group of people from a college wants to visit, we can organize it also. Just come and see how the things will happen. In fact, I was having an idea, in this only we would like to do that, but I think time will be very short. That's why we have not taken. And this will be a continuous process which you would like to do. So in that way you can try to look into, these are the kinds of labs, facilities we have, these are the skill trainings we do. Then So this is the Bosch Extract. I think we renamed it as a Smart Automation Industry 4.0 technologies, because what is needed for Industry 4.0 is already there in that lab. And these are the kinds of purpose of the skill lab in developing for a mechanical related branches. Then these are the modules. We have a smart fluid power systems, then programmable automation solutions, then the SCADA and the real-time process control. All these directly you can go to company and work if he has this skill. So this is apart from your regular labs you have no theory lab that will be there. Apart from that, you are trying to develop it. So similarly, Industry 4.0 on digital twin applications, then industrial IoT for smart manufacturing. These are the modules which you have. Small experimentations in all these things would be conducted in that particular lab. I'm not going to read it. This is the Toyota Center. So this center has got transmission systems. It also teaches you the material specifications needed, then understanding the whole of the manufacturing methods. And then if I ask somebody, how do you make this? You ask any engineering student, you will not know. There are a lot of manufacturing processes involved in that, material involved in this. If he doesn't know, how can he become a good engineer? In fact, only in India we call he's a mechanical engineer, he's an electrical engineer. If you go to Germany, they say he's an engineer, that's all. You talk to a German engineer, some car problem is there, any kind of problem he'll repair by himself. But here, left eye specialist, right eye specialist we have. So people don't know what right eye is doing. So much of specialization is okay. But at the same time, integration is ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಡಿಸೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಹೋದರೆ 10 ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. Nobody is, today you don't have physicians actually. Concept of a physician has gone down. Direct surgery ne. They are not looking into the monitoring system in the body at all. ಇಲ್ಲೇನೋ ಪಾರ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಹೋದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಸಲ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅವನಿಲ್ಲ ಆಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅವನು ಅದರ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲೈಸೇಷನ್ನು. So while the specialization is important, while the learning at the operational level, integration is also important, because if you cannot reveal, if I do this, what is going to happen in the product? If you cannot teach that to a student, he will not. Even software, all computer science student does the same way. They are all so modular in nature. ಈ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮಾಡಲಿಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಪ್ರೇಷನಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಫೈನಾನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದೇ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ದಟ್ ಇಂಟಗ್ರೇಷನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ is not at all known to them. So it is our duty through all these things you should try to teach. Seeing is believing. If you see a Toyota car, a cut section, he'll understand a lot of things by himself. That's where the skill labs play a very important role. So these are the modules we have. Toyota engine in ತಕ್ಷಣ ಇಂಜಿನ್ ಅನ್ಕೊಂತೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. But holistically it is taught. Power transmission ಇದೆ, engine module ಇದೆ. Then we also have infotainment. You take a car, you have sensors, you have infotainments, you have electrical systems. All the modules actually is available. I told in this lab, if you go, whole of mechanical and electrical could be learnt. You'll get a practical exposure of all these things and ask students to do, create some problem in this and ask them to correct it. So this is computer side, I think there is a lot of need in the country, because the number of students, the ratio of computer science to other branch is variance is very high. But if you ask the computer science students, majority of them would not have seen the things. So we are using in this particular lab as a first year lab skill. It could be for computer science, AML they have put, but it could be for any computer science related branches. It could be for data science, cyber security, it doesn't matter. Because tools are all common. You have Power BI, Tableau and R programming is taught to them. These are all the topics in the first year lab. We have done a lot of research in this, okay, while doing all these things, a lot of research has gone into all this. I will leave this PPT to all of you, don't worry, you can use whatever you want. So this is the first year. So these are the key outcomes you expect out of the first year computer science related kind of a lab. Then you have the second year. Second year they use AR, VR modeling. We have a Unity software, you have a Google Lens. They can do the exercise whatever they want. And let me tell you, if you give a direction, this generation of students are extraordinary. Just a direction kodi ashte, they will do it. But now direction kodta illa. Avanu ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಮೇಲೆ we want to take it, sir, he is my student ಅಂತಾರೆ. ನೀನು ಏನು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಹೇಳಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾರು ಏನು ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ. I think we have to come out of that. We have to sit with them. If you don't know something, let me tell you, my learning in my life, 50% has come only from students. ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಓಕೆ, ಇವತ್ತು ನಾನು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಪೈಥಾನ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಆಗತ್ತಾ ನನಗೆ? ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಮೈ ಜಾಬ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್. ಸಿಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಹಿಮ್, 1 hour ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಐ ಸಿಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಮೈ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸು, 2 hours ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಸರ್ ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ. ಲರ್ನ್ ದಟ್, ನೋ, ವೈ ದಟ್ ಈಗೋ? ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಕುಡ್ ಬಿ ಡನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಎನಿಬಡಿ. ಸೊ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ get connected with the students while learning. In fact, I always keep saying one African proverb is there. That proverb is like, the youngsters are faster, but elders know the way. Fine, they are faster. Accept that. You know the way, show them the way. Simple. So then it's a win-win situation for all. Okay? So like this, we have a syllabus again for the ARVR modeling. Then we have key outcomes. For everything you have to put the outcome, otherwise we don't work correctly. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ open-ended ಆಗಿ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. So we don't give the outcomes for anything. Please give outcome for everything so that ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಟೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ PO, CO ಎಲ್ಲನೂ ಆಗತ್ತಲ್ಲೇ. ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ, ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ನಾವು, ವಿತೌಟ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಅಟೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್. ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದೊಂದು, PO ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದೊಂದು, CO ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದೊಂದು, ಅವ್ನಿಗೆ ಅಟೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನೋ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಕೆಲಸ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವುದು ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. Because if you do only, all these things will match. If you don't do, how it will match? ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ನಂಬರ್ ಕೊಡೋದು, ಅವ್ರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ 1 ವಾರ ಹಿಂದೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಇಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. Put from this side, let me tell you, you need not have to worry about attainment. Automatically it will come. If you do all these things, if you don't do it, it will not come. So these are the third year skill ಬಂದಾಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ AWS, Azure, Hadoop, for emerging technology, DevOpsಗೆ, particularly for DevOps blockchainಗೆ, these are the tools which you are using. In this, many things are open source, you not to even buy at all. It's already available. So these are the third year skills. Then this is a full stack development. If somebody wants, we have different tracks. People can select out of 2-3 also here. If somebody wants to do a full stack development, these are the tools they will use, and they'll try to execute and do like a project and submit to us. Then women in cloud, I've already told you. So let me tell you, nowadays we also started mapping all these things for our SDGs also. If you do a skill lab, can you tell me what SDG means? It will be a beautiful way of outcome we can look into. For SDG, there is no need to do extra work. Actually, whatever work we are doing, you should try to map it. Water, energy, daily problem ತಾನೇ ಅದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ವಾಟರ್ SDG 9, 5 ಅಂತಾನೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಹಾಕೋಬೇಕು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ. Whatever works you do not try to see and try to refine what is expected out of that goal. Fine? So that is women in cloud. Then these are the training modules for women in cloud. It could be a GitHub, it could be Kubernetes, it could be digital skilling, it could be cloud hosting, it could be web application development. These are the skills which are developed for the 10th standard, the PUC, the Polytechnic, for everybody we have been doing, because we have got almost on $30,000 for this center for giving training to the students. Fine? So these are the companies for that women in cloud: Microsoft, Kyndryl, Insight, then Founders First, Teradata. All these companies are a part of our skill labs itself. Then Center for Hydrogen, I've already told you. So again, it meets hydrogen and it meets lot of goals actually. Lot of goals it will meet. So we are a part of lot of things here. So we are looking at development of reliable, affordable, sustainable hydrogen energy systems. And so this is the broader perspective. Whoever is working in the hydrogen is supposed to look into it. These are all the modules which we have been taking. Hydrogen storage, which is a big problem as of now. Generation is okay, still technology is there, but storage is a big problem. Then handling and safety is a huge issue. Then applications of hydrogen and the green technology. These are the different modules. But let me tell you, we are not good in all the modules as of now. Some modules we have started as skill labs, we have equipment, we are doing experimentation. So companies are coming forward to invest in this now. This is the, I can say 2 to 3 years back only we have started this, but good papers have come out of this center. So we have also, for MOU, we have signed with the Cradle, Karnataka Renewable Energy Development Limited, we have an MOU with them. Then Indian Wind Power Association, Skill Council for Green Jobs. Then we are working with Anvika Electronics and IPIG and NTRL. These are the MOUs we have. A lot of skill development is needed in all these things actually. Non-conventional energy sources like say wind, solar. We need a lot of such kind of skill development which we are supposed to do. These are the areas which we have done as a modules, as a skill lab for the developing the things in the whole of the non-conventional energy or the hydrogen areas. Then we have a sensor technology. I think he is here. You can ask him during the leisure time. So different kinds of sensors are there. So he does all this in sensor fabrication. We use a design thinking approach to even make the product itself. So I'm sure all of you have design thinking approach in your lab, but that is considered as a theory subject. Actually, design thinking is a beautiful way of solving any kind of a problem. So we use design thinking lab wherever possible as a part of these skill labs also. So that's how it has been done: design thinking, sensor fabrication, integration, and IoT and industrial IoT. This center, these are the kits developed by those group of people, where teaching and non-teaching are there. They also earn money. 60-40 is there in that. You need not to worry about 2%, 3% DI increase. Okay, involved in this, you will make more money actually. Some extra time has to be spent. That's all. Fine. So these are the kits they have developed. These are the other kinds of IoT development kit they have developed. And this is the extended reality, what I was talking about, which you have done. We have the vision, the mission. So these are the modules we have. We have a metaverse bundle consisting of licensed Unity software. Then we have the framework for access. Then the certification, we do it. These are the kinds of things we already have it. Students already started our MCA. Students work in these areas in a huge way. They will be in that lab only always. So you create things, no, they will be there. Otherwise, attendance shortage is a problem. No. If you start worrying only about attendance, people will not come to college. Provide all such facilities to them, then they will be there in the college. So these are the hardwares for XR. And then you can take all these things. These are all we have put in a lot of effort in specification of all these things, looking into it. It has taken a lot of time. So I'm giving as a ready-made meal. If you want to implement, just you can go and buy these things and start implementing it. So Adams, I think Sridhar is here. He has done wonderful work in this area. These are the modules we have. We have a mechanical module, an electrical internship, the system and the EV module, and the internship and the certification. This is one which is running very well. We would have tried more than 6-7 years, 150 agidaralla. Yeah, 150 people have been trained, who are all the students of engineering and diploma who have come from Tier 2, Tier 3 colleges. After their engineering or diploma, they have come. And the kind of training which is given here, so these are the facilities we have. These are all the kinds of jobs they are getting. These are their placements. So this is one of the important outcomes of the skill development. That fellow should be employed somewhere or the other. This year these people are also getting international placement. They are all going to other countries also. I think robotics, I already told you, that is a robot which costed 35 lakhs actually. So it can do a lot of things. If it has to be done, a lot of programming is also there in that. So it has to be integrated with your machines, whatever we have there, that integration with the CNCs and the robots. So a lot of skill development happens. Even this is also there as a part of the regular course also, apart from the skill lab. So this is, this robotics. 5G is another area, I have already told you. It is totally for the telecommunications sector. 5G, without 5G nothing, I am sure that no, Prime Minister is the chairman of that committee, where 5G 6,000 crores again they have kept it. Now they want to give 5G excellence, centers of excellence, wherever anybody wants. Modi directly is taking that, because somebody has told him that if you don't develop a 5G and allied areas or the 6G, you cannot do any other digitalization in the country. Because that is the total backbone of the network you need, of the telecom network. So we don't have people who can work in these areas now. You can look into this kind of a skill and try to help your students. We have got some project and working with the people also. So we have developed some modules. We have a lot of equipment which we have purchased and kept it there. So these are the skill development. Even with math work, it could be. So math work is also needed in many of the things, or the math lab. So those are some glimpses of the things. So finally, what is very important for you? We are all struggling for your PO mapping, no? Every PO in your NBA has got a skill component. I leave this slide, you can look into it. So you have, for NBA, you have 11 or 12? 12, okay. So you have to update. For Tier 1 institutions, from this January, it has become 11. Engineer and society and environmental sustainability, they have clubbed it. Okay, for tier 2 still they are not changed, they are going to make it 11 for tier 2 also. So in everything there is a skill part. What only thing is ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅದನ್ನು, ಅದು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾವು. ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ತುಂಬ ಬ್ಯುಸಿ ಆಗಿಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ, rather than doing in the ground. This is for NBA, for NAC if you take all the criteria, there is a skill component. You want to look into NIRF ranking? There is a skill component. So ನಮಗೆ NIRF ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ, NAC ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೊಡಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ಸ್. You do all this groundwork, then only it will be very much helpful to you. And then NEP, what are the things which are expected in the total NEP? Multi and interdisciplinary learning, hands-on skill development, technology and digital literacy, critical thinking, soft skill, entrepreneurship and innovation. Everywhere skill is needed. Fine? So, just open up, start working. If you are at zero also, it doesn't matter according to me. You want to start from today, you can always start on doing it. And then these are the key impacts of the technical training programs. It could be the industry readiness and employability enhancement. Then it could be on the technological and the digital transformation. And finally, research innovation and the entrepreneurial mindset. Experiment ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಮೈಂಡ್ಸೆಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತದು, ಮಾಡದಿದ್ದರೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಎ ಸಿ ರೂಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಅವಾಗ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ದಟ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ನೋ ಇನ್ ದ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್. So please try to put more effort on these things. I think this is all from my side. I think I have confused your mind, I don't know. But this is what I wanted to inform you, that there is a lot of scope in this area. If you can take Vikasit Bharat or 2030 vision of Government of India, whatever it is, if you don't go in this direction, you will be still a service country, not a product country. So please keep, it may not be affecting me, I am going to retire, but we are looking for the next generation. If they want to be very happy, I request all of you to please work on this. Whatever, but don't bother about anybody. You start first. Things will happen to you. There are many things which are freely available. Okay? So with this note, let me stop, and if you got any questions, I think I can take. Thank you very much. Yes.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you very much, sir. I'm part of one of the speaker in the next afternoon session, but
okay.
I thought this should be a very good learning lesson, so I came. It's been a long time being with college people, so it's a good learning.
Thank you.
One point I noted down many things, but I wanted, I'm Vijayanand, sorry, let me introduce myself. Vijayanand from Toyota Industries Engine. So, what we are looking at is we have some methods of ergonomic study. I saw that you have done some project on healthcare technology, right? So, which was a real case study on police where the stress levels are measured. Probably we are looking at ergonomic study. Do you have something on that where now it is dependent on some of the mastery skills of our members? So, they have undergone a program, they know this. But do you have something that if I measure this process, it gives me a number that which is ergo-friendly or something? Do you have something on your cards?
Actually, you're asking the right person. I'm from the same department. So we've done a lot of works in the area of ergonomics. Let me give one case study, whatever we have done. That we had done this, this was a UGC project of 15 lakhs. It was a 2 years project. We had done the ergonomic intervention for women in garment industry. Huge case study. And if you come to college, I can give you that. We had done 100 questions on the survey. And typically what happens is, any ergonomic issues for any product or a system is long-term in nature. You know, ಹುರುಪಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ, people keep doing it, but the effect of that you see BP, sugar ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬರೋದು. So it has a long-term impact. So one, in ergonomics you can classify into 3 categories. One is a physical ergonomics, which is typically man-machine system. I'm working in front of a computer, I'm working in front of a CNC machine. There's a man-machine interface or a cockpit of an aircraft or a nuclear power plant or in the dashboard of a car. All these are a machine interface. So there's a physical ergonomics. Second one is the environmental ergonomics. So environmental ergonomics is the kind of lighting, illuminations, noise, pressure, All those come under environmental ergonomics. The third thing which is very important is the cognitive ergonomics. So I think that is precisely what you are asking. I think we can definitely work on that area. We can meet and look into it, sir. Thank you. Thank you. ಸೊ ಮೇಷ್ಟ್ರುಗಳು ಹುಡುಗರ ಥರನೇ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ.
Sir, I have one question, sir. So, yes, we have been focusing on the high-end technology or the technologies whatever is prevalent in the modern days. But however, most of the places we start the training from probably the fundamentals as well. So the time period still remains the same, and from a faculty perspective point of view, I don't want to miss out on any of the contents since its evolution or since the fundamentals of that. So, and if we look into the future also, yes, we find that there is so much of technologies even in the upcoming days. So starting from the fundamentals, cover the present and as well as looking years ahead. But the time zone remains the same, the period of the skill training, whatever it is, whether it is 60 hours or whatever is been recommended. So what could be your advices without compromising on any of the contents, but still we address to all these aspects, because that is what is required to cater to the students as well.
Okay. So actually, I think this is a standard question any teacher asks. Sir, time illa annadu. But fundamental problem is faculty are not making use of the technology which is available. Okay. See, if I want to, I think if there is an internet facility, I could have shown you. If somebody has to explain a Fibonacci series, such a beautiful video is there. Just put Fibonacci series in your YouTube. There is no need to teach 0, 1, 2, 3 number ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. Please be innovative in teaching the fundamentals today. Whenever a solid is immersed in a liquid, it suffers an apparent loss in weight which is equal to the weight of its own volume of that liquid. Archimedes principle. ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಚಿಕ್ಕನಿಂದ ಇದನ್ನು ಓಡೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ. Can you make this more visual? It is possible. You have AR, VR. For all the fundamental theoretical concepts, I request you to use technology. It will shrink your time. Ask students to study and come. See the videos and come. Then it is possible. You can definitely shrink the time. But for that, your mindset, learning the technology, I am talking to Sridhar, where he is very good in all these things. Your mindset and then your learning ability, how can you integrate ಇವಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮರ್ಸಿಡೀಸ್ ಬೆನ್ಸ್ ಲ್ಯಾಬಲ್ಲಿ ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ AR VR ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ನೀವು? ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. Use, ask them to develop these tools, then give it there, then the time could be shrinked. ನಮಗೇನಂದರೆ ಏನೋ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಎಳಿತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಹೇಳಿದ್ನ 10 ನಿಮಿಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳೋದು 1 hour ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. Today technology is there. I will tell you, Fibonacci series, if you listen to that, one professor says, whole of our human body, this follows Fibonacci series. This stretch of a length follows a Fibonacci series. Within this, the distances follow a Fibonacci series. Our leaves in a tree follows a Fibonacci series. There is one professor called Base Nagaraj. He has built a Prayogalaya. His building is based on Fibonacci series. Are we teaching Fibonacci series like that? We are not teaching. Like that, every fundamental principles make it more appealing. Use technology to do that. Then the total shrinking of the time, because ನೀವು 50 ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ 30 ಅವರ್ ಥಿಯರಿನೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀರಲ್ವಾ, 20 ಅವರೇ ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಅದು ಇದು. ಆ 30 ಅವರ್ಸ್ನ 10 ಅವರ್ಗೆ ಶ್ರಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ವೇರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಡನ್, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅನದರ್ 40 hours time. So it's all with the faculty only. You have to put in little bit effort. Then it is possible. Otherwise, the question will be there for after another 100 years also.
Any more questions?
Okay. So if there are no more questions, we will be available here for some time. You can ask. And I request whenever you find time, you can come and also visit us. And we can jointly work together actually as a part of this. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. So I believe it is both the will and efforts of the management and as well as the faculty to implement whatever you have told. On one side, we, as someone was asking, time is short, time is same, and we are not able to do it. I think even the management should give permissions to, use technology as much as possible and reduce the number of hours like theory hours to 20 hours and use more hours for practical things. Thank you very much, sir, for your insightful session, and it's a beautiful case study. And I want to say, with all these efforts, whatever you are saying here, RV College of Engineering this time got NAC A++ grade. Am I right, sir? A plus, A plus grade. So I think it's after many years. We can see all the efforts here, and that was a beautiful case study that was presented to you here. I request Dr. G.P. Sudhakar, sir, to please present a token of gratitude to Subramanya, sir. Okay. Sir, your good name, sir?
So before we end, let me tell the relationship between Sudhakar and myself. So actually I am from Gauri and family
ठीक
and Acharya school which was started by their family only. And my father was a teacher there. And I also studied there. So that was everything. Thank you.
Okay, one of the participants here, Dr. Krishna Kumar, he wants to give a feedback about this session. So, sir, please take little time.
Only one. So sorry for went to the through these various insights. I am Dr. Krishna Kumar, HOD, SCA College of Engineering. Actually, sir, thankful for the nice session and insights. Actually, for all these, sir has given for our students. Already we visited to all the centers. Who are explaining. The students are explaining. That is a great thing there. Instead of faculties, the students who are working there, they are explaining to our students. Sir, nice experience we got to our students. It is a platform to thank you, sir. And the output of this one is our students who visited those skill labs. As a first one, they presented a paper on that, what they have been seen, sir, in conference, journals. That is the first step we went, sir. So based on your insights, we'll give this one, sir. Thanks for this.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you all of you once again. We shall have a lunch break for 45 minutes and we shall gather here again for the next technical session. Thank you.